getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me with...
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to Arsenal News. Yeah, it's just me tonight. Just me going to be talking about the latest news that has happened since Friday. Nothing new about Declan Rice apart from a couple of bids going in, being rejected as per usual. I'll get into that a little bit later. But for the first time, I can use one of my special videos, and I will use it very, very quickly in a minute. Big up to Bargav. What's the scoop? I shall tell you what's the scoop shortly. I'm super. Valverde might go for £19 million to Liverpool. Our midfield is going to need massive work. We will get into this, Bargav, because there's a different perspective that you need to think about with the whole situation with Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. So I'll get into this, and it does need to be heard and spoken about because I think a lot of people have forgotten this little bit of detail. So we'll get into that. But I can officially announce this is going to happen, and she's already signed. It is our first signing. Yes, it's Arsenal Women's. I'm excited because I love the women's football. But we have signed the 30-year-old centre-back from PSG, 2-year contract. Absolutely delighted to see her here. And her first words were, I'm really excited and happy to be here. My goal is to win titles. And this is a great club with great players and fantastic facilities. So I believe this is the right place for me to achieve that. There is a real sense of momentum around this club, and the support has been wonderful. I can't wait to walk out onto the pitch in the Arsenal kit. And Jonas, the head coach for the Arsenal Women's, says, I'm delighted that Amanda has joined us here at Arsenal. She brings extensive international experience, and I believe she has a great mix of presence and technical ability, making her an ideal fit for our squad. I enjoyed working with Amanda during our time in Sweden, and I'm looking forward to coaching her here at Arsenal too. And the head of women's football, Claire Wheatley, also said Amanda is an experienced international defender in her peak years, so we are pleased to have brought her to Arsenal. She has a proven record in domestic, European and international football, and we believe she will strengthen our squad in a key area as we look forward to the new season. So it's a brilliant new signing for us. I'm delighted. Another beautiful skill. I like it. We got her from PSG, so it's absolutely incredible. The other women get the same Invincible Armoury kit. They get exactly the same kit. Is Russo coming as well? Well, Russo, she might have already signed, but there doesn't have to be an announcement until the 1st of July. She's a free agent. So I'm expecting that news to drop at the weekend, if I'm honest. The same with Chloe Lacasse, the Canadian. I expect that to be around the same time. So, yeah. Russo, I expect to be announced at the end of the month, like the 1st of July. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that as well, because I'm excited to see Russo, and I really do hope we do get to see her. So, big up to Amanda Ilestedt. I can't wait to see you playing for the Arsenal next season. So, let's move into a Declan Rice situation. So, this will be, we're waiting for official confirmation from official sources, otherwise known as the media, that the third bid has gone in. This will be the third and final bid from Arsenal, because they feel that the third and final bid will be enough for West Ham to accept. Look, there's 4 different parties involved in this Declan Rice situation. It's Arsenal, Man City, West Ham, and Declan Rice is, it's 5, actually, think about it. Arsenal, West Ham, Man City, the media, and Declan Rice's entourage, should we call it. So I'm still 100% confident. I'll be honest. I still feel very confident. I'm tired of it all. I have to be honest. I think this has been dragged out way too long. Beat's gonna says drop the 100 million, call it a day. I wish it was as simple as that in the world of what actually does really happen. to what is reported in the media is two separate things, and it frustrates the heck out of me. And I will do a stream once this is all done. Whatever happens with Declan Rice is done. I will do a stream, and I will talk about exactly what happened, because it's frustrating the heck out of me. So yeah, I'll do a stream at the end when it's all done. I promise. Right, let's move on to Arsenal. Are looking at Youssouf Fofana from Monaco. This is an interesting person to look at. He's a defensive midfielder and midfielder. He is, again, versatile. His market value is 25 million. I believe we can get him for about 30, 35, maybe maximum 40. He is only 24. He played 36 games last season for Monaco, scored two assists. Now, this is the thing that's very interesting about every midfielder we've been linked with, is the assists. They've always had assists to their name. Now, this is why I do believe Thomas Partey is going to leave Arsenal. Their data has suggested that Thomas Partey in the past 2 seasons hasn't been what Arsenal or Mikel Arteta require. So I do feel we were looking for a different type of midfielder than Thomas Partey. So I do believe that, yes, whatever happens with Declan Rice happens, but I don't think looking at Fofana is an alternative. I do believe we're getting 2 proper good midfielders and maybe a youngster. Maybe it may be Lavia, maybe Güler, because there's links with Güler again. And there's a link later that I'll be talking about as well. So it's possible. He's a very good striker, very good midfielder, very strong, very versatile, got a lot to his game. I quite like him, and he does plays predominantly on the right, so he can drop into the right back situation again as what is required sometimes with the way that we play. So this is definitely a player to keep an eye on in the next few weeks regarding stories. Now, I have been informed to keep an eye on this. Now, I know Barca, there was a Barca Twitter that tweeted out, I think about an hour and a half ago, that he's definitely staying. But I've been told to keep an eye on the situation. Not saying that Arsenal will definitely go in for him, but Frankie de Jong, for me, is not 100% staying at Barcelona as of right now. Barcelona want to sign a couple of new players, and to do that, they're going to have to offload, because I've heard that they're still struggling to register Gundogan. So Frankie de Jong's situation is worth keeping an eye on. I certainly am. I think he's a decent player. 26, so he's top end of what we're looking for age-wise. And the market value worries me a little bit. It's about 60 million, which is a lot of money. If you're going to spend but I suppose if we're looking at Moses Caicedo as well, it kind of makes sense a little bit. So yeah, this is a situation just to keep an eye on. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it, and I think you guys should. Let's move on to Kai Havertz update. Just waiting for the announcement. Everything's done. Medical's done. Everything's done. Just waiting for the announcement. And I was thinking about it when I was typing it up. There was a film that, I don't know if anyone's watched it, Zootropolis, and I was thinking of all the sloths. And the Arsenal PR department are very much like the sloths in Zootropolis. Everything is slow. It doesn't take that long to announce. Pick up to the women's department, because they are quick. Minda Ilestedt was just done, signed, announcement, photos, job done. This, honestly, it's madness how long it takes for an announcement at Arsenal. For me, there's nothing to be concerned about the Havertz situation whatsoever. So yeah, nothing to. He will be joining, and we will see him in the shirt. There has been links, drops that he has been seen in the shirt. So yeah, we're just waiting for the announcement. It could happen tonight, it could happen tomorrow. I was expecting it today, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. Let's move on to Jurrien Timber. Again, everything is going in the right way. This one's a little bit further away than Havertz, but again, within a week, I'm sure within a week we will be absolutely fine, and we'll have him. Let's just quickly look at some comments. When do Arsenal return to pre-season? Need Rice or another ideally signed by then? Okay, so our first game, I believe, is on the 15th of July. I think we come back late next week, as far as I'm concerned. Pretty sure it's late next week. De Jong fits so many boxes, but will there be a language barrier? Well, think about it. We're getting De Jong, and Timber is already here, so I don't think so. Big up to Terence. Hope you're doing well. If De Jong comes, that is exciting. He is a good signing, but it's just a situation I've been told to keep an eye on. So I will be keeping an eye on that situation, see what happens with Frankie de Jong and Barcelona's registration issues, which they seem to have constantly there. Let's move on to the next storyline. So this is about Catalin Serjan, who has joined Rapid Bucharest on loan. Unfortunately, it's also with a option to buy at the end of the loan. So, look, I'm a little bit disappointed once again. Hot prospect, doesn't look like he's going to break through, doesn't look like he's going to make it. Looks like he's just going to be phased out and will ply his trade somewhere else. It's a bit of a shame, but look, we've had this discussion on here. That doesn't seem, because of the way that we're targeting players like a certain age, our youth don't have a pathway that would allow a youth to go, oh, there's a chance there in a couple of years. It's more of a case of 8 or 9 years, not a case of like, oh, 2 years. You know, I could be fighting that for that position. So yeah, all this PR does my head in. We don't need Danny Boyle to come in and direct a masterpiece. Just announce signings, contracts, extensions immediately. I'm totally with you. Honestly, the Ilestedt one was so quick and so concise. It was madness. It was done, just done. You know, but when it comes to Havertz, and happened with Jesus, I think it happened with Zinchenko as well. It just happens constantly, and it drives me potty because a lot of the fans start going, "Oh, well, what if he hasn't signed?" He has signed. It's just a case of we're waiting for the actual fully announcements. We know he's been in the shirt. We've seen him being pictured in the shirt. But look, to be fair, also I suppose the Kovacic deal has taken a while to be announced. That was only announced today. That's been a here we go for about a week or so. So look, it happens when it happens, and we'll try and break it when it does happen. Kathleen was my ex-wife's name. Up to you, Terence. We do need players in now. Look, I was sure that we were going to get 3 in by July. It's going to be tight now. But yeah, I'm still confident that we'll get them as quick in July as possible. Let's just wait and see though. But if that's about Catalina Kurjan, this story has annoyed me actually. I have to be honest with. Celtic have emerged as front runners for Kieran Tierney. Now this frustrates the heck out of me, and I'll tell you why. There's a reason why. Celtic have only got £30 million budget. Now we all want more than £30 million for Kieran Tierney. So if they're emerging as front runners, it concerns me because Celtic have a budget. You know, they're SPL that don't have the vast amounts of money that the Premier League do. Exactly, Terence. Do they have 50 million? They don't. That's what I'm saying. It really concerns me that Celtic have emerged as front runners. It concerns the heck out of me because that is not the type of team that I want to sign Tierney, because I don't think we're going to get that much money for him from Celtic. And I'm not having a go at the Scottish clubs because it's not their fault. They just don't have the biggest budgets like we do. So it just concerns me that they have become front runners. I hope that something changes because I am slightly concerned. But yeah, I'd love to see him back at Celtic just for Kieran, but I want the money. I want the money that we deserve for him as well. Right, Rob Holding heading to Besiktas is the latest rumor. I know there was a weird rumor going around that he might head out to loan after he's signed a new contract with Arsenal. I don't believe that is what's happening. I think that Arsenal will sell him. in one way or another. And even if it is on loan, it will be a case of we'll get the loan fee, his contract will dwindle, and then he'll sign for whoever he wants to at the end of that contract. I think that's the kindest way of doing it as well. So yeah, let's big up to Robin. Honestly, he's done us well and done what he needed to. He's literally a tin of Ron still, so big up to him. Terence saying we need a bidding war by Prem sides on Kieran Tierney. 100% we do. 100%. I just don't see it happening right now because I think Newcastle are close to signing a left back. Aston Villa don't seem to be looking at that position at all. Tony's come in and cry. Sorry, Tony, but look, I'm sure he's going to go. And the thing is, it's kind of annoying because we know Xhaka's going. We know Partey's probably going. Holding's most likely going. And it feels like we're waiting for the signings to come in to then let them go. But for me, you can let them go if you know the people are coming in. So, yeah. Is Holding out of contract next summer then? Yes, he's out of contract next summer. I'll just double check that because it took me 2 seconds to check it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's out of contract next summer. Let's just double check. Yeah, Rob Holding 2024 his contract runs out. So yeah, he will be out of contract next summer. So yeah, it makes total sense. Even if it is a loan fee and let his contract run out, and I think we can get a decent contract, a loan fee for him, if I'm honest. So I'm not too worried. Right, let's move on to the next one. Chelsea and Man City battle it out for Nanwari. Arsenal have offered a lucrative deal to Ethan. However, Chelsea and Man City are hovering. Now, his contract runs out. He has to sign a scholarship deal by Friday, because if not, he is free to do whatever he wants after that. So we're trying to sign him before Friday. I'm hoping we do. However, Chelsea and Man City are both hovering around to get his signature. So, yeah, let's answer this question. Is Holding the last of Wenger's signings, or can you name one more left? Oh, crikey. I think it's his last. He is the last one, isn't he? El Neni. Wenger sold El Neni as well. So yeah, if he joins Chelsea, he will look like Armoury. Hutchinson, well, yeah, the situation with Armoury, he wants to go out on loan, or he wants something to do. We didn't sign Eddie, did we? Did we sign Eddie? I think he was a youth product, didn't we? We've got him in the youth academy. So, but El Neni, yeah, big up to Andre Alexis. El Neni was signed by Wenger. So big up to you guys. Let's move on to the next story. Matt Turner heroics in the Gold Cup. Made a penalty save. I think Liam Bailey took it. I'm not 100% sure. In a 1-1 draw in Jamaica. Not in Jamaica. Against Jamaica. In the Gold Cup. So big up to Matt, doing wonders as always when it comes to goalkeeping. Right. And also Emil Smith-Rowe scores again for the England under-21s. This goal was definitely worth watching because he had a great finish with his right foot against Israel. I did do a watch long on FTSN regarding that. So yeah, big up to Emil. And I will say, for anyone that hasn't watched him play, when he was playing against Israel, was mainly on the left, and he tucked in a lot, cut in a lot. And yeah, it looked really, really good. They'll link up between him, Gibbs White, Anthony Gordon, and Madueke was very interesting as well. And Angel Gomez is someone definitely to keep an eye out for. Obviously, Man United let him go, and he plays at Lille now. So yeah, absolute madness. Absolute madness. Right, and this is a great bit of news, and I'm just going to get the page up so I can actually explain it. So Arsenal have won the inaugural UEFA Football Award. Now, this is for 2 parts. No More Red campaign, which was obviously in partnership with Adidas, and also the efforts to fully integrate BSL into football. There will be a ceremony taking place in Frankfurt in Germany on the June the 28th and 29th. But yes, big up to Arsenal for doing amazing stuff as part of football. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I think this will be the last bid. It is definitely going to be the last bid, and it will be accepted. Arsenal are risking a huge backlash from the fans if this gets stuffed up. 100%, there will be an absolute meltdown. This is why I'm just tired of it, because honestly, the fan base are going on a roller coaster ride with it at the moment, and I kind of get it. Like if just literally just reading what you're reading on social media, it will make you lose your mind because one person says one thing, one person says another, and it is constantly, and a lot of regurgitation of the same stuff as well. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, I totally get it. And like I said on the last stream, if it's affecting your mental health, just have a break from it for a bit, because honestly, the Twitter sphere is mental. So yeah, take a break from it, and it will hopefully be wrapped up this week. That's what I'm hearing. So let's hope it is. But big up to Arsenal for winning that award anyway, for some amazing things that they've just done. Let's move on to paper talk. And Arsenal are eyeing up Barcelona sensation Erlich Garrido. Now he's a 19-year-old midfielder. He's got a crazy release clause. I think it's about 300 odd euros or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. He's contracted to Barcelona till 2025, but Arsenal are eyeing him up. They believe that they can get him for quite cheap, a couple of million. And they believe what they did with Martinelli is something they could do with Garrido. I do hope so. But look, right now, all we really want to know is about Declan Rice and Timber and Havertz and the people we actually just want in the door right now. But yeah, that's it for today's news. I will be back on Friday. If there is any breaking news between now and Friday, I will do my best to break it, unless it's at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock at night. No. I will definitely do it in the morning. I'll talk about it in the morning. I'll do a stream. But big up to everyone. Thank you ever so much for joining me. And as always, come on, Gunners, because we need some positive news right now. Guys, I'll see you today. Take care.